Welcome back to our channel Respect Education. Today we see chapter 7, that is coordinate geometry, in which exercise 7.1. In that, question number 1. Find the distance between the following pair of points. In the first bit is 2, 3 and 4, 1. Here let us take this first point as capital A. So here 2, 3 we can take it as capital A, and 4, 1 we can take it as capital B. Now we are going to find the distance between A and B. Let us write the formula here. The distance between A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 is, there is a formula for finding distance between given 2 points. The formula is AB is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Based on this formula, we are going to solve the problem. Here you see in textbooks, in some textbooks it might have given that x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. It's not at all a mistake. The thing is that if you on subtraction, if you subtract from x2 minus x1 or x1 minus x2, the values may be different, but when you do squaring on them, when you do squaring, then definitely the final value will be the same. Here I will tell you how it happens, right? Now here we can take 2, 3 as x1, y1. Here you take this as x2, y2. Here some students may be confused that they may take this as x1, x2. They can take this as y1, y2. That is absolutely wrong, children. Here you keep in mind, every point, that to a coordinate point, it should have an x coordinate and a y coordinate, right? So here first value is x coordinate, it is also called abscissa. Second value is called y coordinate, this is also called ordinate. So every point will have one x value and one y value. But you don't think that this is x1, x2, y1, y2. Please do not take like that. Here A is x1, y1, B is x2, y2. Is it clear? Now here let us start the problem. Here we are finding the distance between A and B. So AB is equal to under root. We have written the formula here. According to the formula, we substitute the values. First x2 minus x1 whole square. See 4 minus 2. x2 is 4 here. So 4 minus x1 is 2. 4 minus 2 whole square plus y2 minus y1 means 1 minus 3 whole square. 1 minus 3 whole square. Here you observe, children. 4 minus 2 is 2. That is positive 2. So we can write this as 2 square. It's not at all a problem. But the thing is that here 1 minus 3 is minus 2. There you have to take enough care. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Minus 2 whole square. For example, if you take 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1 is 2 plus 2 whole square is also 4. Minus 2 whole square is also 4. Means however you take, you are getting the same answer. That's why here earlier I told you, you can take even x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square also. Is it clear? So here in fact even you can write 3 minus 1 whole square also, because there also finally you will get a plus 4 only. Clear? Now here let us write it as, this is 2 square, I am writing positive 2 square as it is, minus 2 whole square, nothing but plus 2 square, right? Here 2 square plus 2 square. How many times it is there? 2 times. So it is 2 times 2 square. 2 times 2 square. Root a into b can be splitted as or can be written as root a into root b. So here I am splitting the root here for the both. So this is root 2 into root 2 square. I am splitting the root for both, root 2 into root 2 square. Here this square root and square get cancelled. So here what is left? 2 is left. So here root 2 into 2. So we can write it as 2 root 2. But you don't multiply both of them under root. You don't write this as root 2 into 2 is root 4. That is wrong. This is an irrational number. This is a rational number. So you just this number comes first. Is it clear? It is not root a into root b. Simple. It is root a into b. That is b times root a. Or else simply I am saying in these two the number which does not have root that you write first. The number which has root that you write next. So it is 2 root 2. So finally the distance, the required distance AB, therefore AB is equal to the final value is 2 root 2. 2 root 2. As it is distance, what can be the units? Centimeter, meter, kilometer, nothing. Here you see no units given. So we can write here simply units. So final answer is AB is equal to 2 root 2 units. That means the distance between these 2 points, even if at all you want, you can plot in the graph also. If you measure the distance, that is 2 times root 2 units. Now let us do next bit, that is second bit. The given points are minus 5, 7 and minus 1, 3. So here let us take these points as A and B. So here let A be minus 5, 7 and B be minus 1, 3. Now already we know the distance between A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 is AB equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is the suitable formula for this problem. By using that formula, we are going to solve it. So here let us label it as x1, y1. B is x2, y2. Right? Now let us define the distance, that is AB. AB is equal to under root. See x2 minus x1 whole square. x2 is minus 1 minus x1 is minus 5. This minus into this minus becomes plus whole square. Here I repeat, x2 minus x1. x2 is already minus 1. So x2, in fact here minus should come, but x1 already it has minus. So in the formula this minus, in the formula minus, and in the number it has minus. This minus and this minus becomes plus. Minus into minus becomes plus. So here we can write plus 5 directly. Is it clear? Same way plus y2. y2 is 3 minus y1. y1 is 7. y2 minus y1 whole square. Now let us simplify. Minus 1 plus 5 can be read as 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. So it is 4 square plus 3 minus 7 is minus 4. So it is minus 4 square under root. So as I have told you already, 4 square, let us write 4 square as it is. Minus 4 square, nothing but plus 4 square. So here 4 square plus 4 square is 2 times 4 square. 2 times 4 square. Right? Now let us split the root. Root 2 into root 4 square. Square root get cancelled. Now it becomes 4. So it is root 2 into 4. Root 2 into 4, nothing but 4 comes first. 4 root 2. 4 root 2. So finally here, therefore AB, the distance between AB is 4 root 2 units. This is the answer for the second bit. Now let us do next bit, that is third bit. The given points are -2 comma -3 and 3 comma 2. So here let us consider those points as A and B. So here first one A -2 comma -3, and the second one is B, that is 3 comma 2. Now let us write here suitable formula. The distance between A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 is AB is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Based on this formula, we solve this problem. Right? Here you can label them as this as x1, this as y1, this is x2 and then y2. Now here AB is equal to under root x2 means 3 minus x1. Already here you see it has minus, so this minus into this minus becomes plus, so 2, 3 plus 2 whole square plus y2 is 2 minus y1, y1 already it has minus, so minus into minus becomes plus 2 plus 3 whole square. Clear? Now this can be written as 3 plus 2 is 5, so it is 5 square. This is 5 square plus 2 plus 3 is also 5, so it is 5 square. So it can be written as 5 square plus 5 square is 2 times, means 2 into 5 square. It is in the form of root A into B, can be split as root A into root B. So here we can write as root 2 into root 5 square. Square and root get cancelled. So here you will get 5. That means root 2 into 5. Let us write 5 first. So it is 5 root 2. Right? Therefore, the distance between the given points AB is 5 root 2 units is the final answer for the third bit. Now let us see next bit, that is fourth bit. The given points are A comma B and minus A comma minus B. So here let us consider the given points as capital A and capital B. So here we can take capital A as A comma B and capital B as minus A comma minus B. So let us write here the suitable formula. The distance between A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 is AB is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So based on this formula, we are going to solve this bit. Now here let us label it as x1 then y1, this as x2 and y2. Now here the distance AB is equal to under root x2. Here you see x2 is minus A minus x1 is A minus A whole square plus y2 is minus B minus y1 is again B, so minus B whole square. Let us simplify this. It can be written as minus A is minus 2A whole square plus minus B is minus 2B whole square, right? Now minus 2a whole square or plus 2a whole square, both are same, or you can write minus square becomes plus, so it is 2a whole square. Is it clear? If not, minus 2 whole square is 4, minus 2 whole square is 4, so I am writing this as 4 times, or here let us write this as plus 2a whole square plus minus 2b whole square, nothing but plus 2b whole square. So here now it is 4 times a square plus 4 times b square, because here this is 2 square into a square, 2 square is 4. So 4 times a square into 4 times b square. Now here we can take 4 as common, 4 times a square plus b square. Now here this is product of two values under root, so it can be splitted as root 4 into root a square plus b square. Here root 4 value is nothing but 2, so 2 root a square plus b square, it is 2 root a square plus b square. So finally here the distance between the points AB is equal to 2 root a square plus b square units. This is the final answer for this bit, fourth bit. Now we see question number 2, that is find the distance between the points 0, 0 and 36, 15. Here let us consider the first point as A, this is A 0, 0, and the second one as B, that is 36, 15. As we know the formula here, the distance between the points, those are A, x1, y1 and B, x2, y2 is AB equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So let us use this formula for solving this problem. So here 0, 0 becomes x1, y1, 36 becomes x2 and 15 becomes y2. So let us substitute here. This is AB is equal to under root. See, x2 minus x1 means 36 minus 0. 36 minus 0 whole square plus y2 is 15. 15 minus 0. 15 minus 0 whole square. So here 36 minus 0 is 36. So it is 36 square plus 15 minus 0 is 15 square. So let us simplify these values here. 36 square, nothing but 36 into 36. Let us multiply. 6 6 are 36, 6 3 is left, 6 3 are 18, 18 plus 3 21. 3 6 are 18, 1 is left, 3 3 are 9 plus 1 10. So it is 6 9 2 1. So it is 1296. 36 square is 1296. 15 square is 15 into 15. 15 15 is 225. So let us write 15 square as 225. Right? When we add them, 5 plus 6 is 11, here 1, this is 10, 10 plus 2 is 12, here 1, this is 5, 1521. So we need to find the square root of 1521. Let us find square root of 1521 here by using long division method, or you can follow prime factorization method, whatever you want you can do. So here on these last two numbers I keep the bar, so here the remaining number is 15. 3 3s are 9, next number is 4 4s are 16. 16 is bigger than 15, so we should not take 4 4s are, right? If we take 4 4s are 16, then 16 is bigger than 15. That's why 16 should not be taken, that means 4 into 4 should not be taken. So let us take 3 into 3. Here 3 3s are 9. On subtracting 15 minus 9 is 6. So let us drop this 21 as it is. This is 621. Now add this 3 to this 3. So let us add 3 and 3. 3 plus 3 becomes 6. Let us maintain small gap. Here we will add 6. Now here this is the ending step of this problem, means if we solve this problem will be completed. In this ending number you see last digit is 1. The possibilities for 1 are 1 into 1 is 1 or 9 into 9 is 81. They are also ending 1. So here two chances, it may be 1 or 9. So if I write here 1, here this 1, if I write here, this 1 becomes 61 here. Try to understand. Here if I write here 1, that is 1 only, but here I should write the same one here. That becomes 61. 1 into 61 is 61, but not 621. So I told you we have two chances, either 1 or 9. So if I write here 1, this becomes 61. 1 into 61 is 61. As this is not 61, 1 is not suitable. Now next option is 9. So let us write here 9, here 9. Let us multiply and check. 9 9s are 81, 1. 8 is left. 9 6s are 54 plus 8 is 62. So 621 we are getting. So we can take perfectly 9. So here 9 into 69 is 621. So on subtraction writing 0. So the square root is, this number is the square root of 1521. That means 39. 39 is the square root of 1521. So here square root of 1521 is 39. Right? So let us write this value here. We need square root of 1521. So that is nothing but 39. So finally the distance between A and B, is 39 units. It has another method, alternate method. Now we are going to see another method also to check whether we get the 39 same answer or not. Let us see alternate method for the same problem. So solving the same problem in alternate method means another method. Here in these 2 points, this point is 0, 0. That is nothing but origin. So it can be represented by O. It is O 0, 0. Earlier we have taken as A. So here you can take it as O because it is 0, 0. And in this case let us take this point as A, 36, 15. That means now we are going to find the distance between O and A, means origin to a point. So here the formula you see, the distance between O 0, 0 and A x1, y1 is OA equal to, directly we can write the formula, x1 minus 0 whole square. X1 minus 0 means x1. So we can write it is x1 square plus y1 minus 0 whole square means y1 square. So we can apply the short formula for solving especially these kind of problems in which origin is given. So let us write here directly OA. OA is equal to under root. You can take this as O 0, 0. You don't need to take anything. Here you can take this as x1, y1. So here directly you can write x1 square means 36 square plus y1 square. Y1 square is 15 square. Right? As usual, here let us do 36 square means 36 into 36. Earlier we have done the same way. 6 6 are 36, 3 is left, 6 3 are 18 plus 3, 21. 3 6 are 18, 1 3 3 are, it is done. It is 1296. 36 square is 1296 plus 15 square already we know that is 225. On adding we get 1521. 1521. If you find its square root by earlier method, or however method, whatever method is possible for you, you can find the square root by using that method, either prime factorization method or long division method. So here square root of 1521, this is nothing but, so here I will tell you, earlier we have seen this square root as 39 by using long division method. Now I will tell you the same problem by using prime factorization method. 1521, finding square root of 1521 by using prime factorization method. So let us divide this one with 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9. So this number can be divisible by 3. 3 5s are 15. Do not write 3 7s are 21 directly. Here you see 51 means this is cut. This link is completely cut. There is no carry forward. So next 2 comes. 2 is smaller than 3. So let us write here 0, then 21 comes. So 3 7s are 21. Again 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 0 is 12. Again this can be divisible by 3. So let us take one more 3. So here 3 16s are 48, 27. So 3 9s are 169. Directly you can write, children. This is 13 into 13. So 1521 can be written as 3 into 3 into 13 into 13. Right? When you take square root, two numbers can be taken as one number. So 3 into 3 can be taken as 3, because 3 3s are 9. Square root of 9 is 3 in that way. If not, 3 into 3, 3 square. Under root 3 square, square root get cancelled. Here we get 3. In any way you can follow it, no problem. Into 13 into 13 square root is 13. 3 13s are 39. See, here also you got the same value. Square root of 1521 is 39. So let us come back to here. Square root of 1521 is 39. Therefore, the distance between the given points, that is OA, is equal to 39 units. So even by alternate way also we got the same answer. Now let us see next question, that is question number 3. Verify that the points 1, 5, 2, 3 and minus 2, minus 1 are collinear or not. See, first let us take the given points as, let first point be A 1, 5, second point is B 2, 3 and third point is C minus 2, minus 1. Now we need to verify whether these 3 points are collinear or not. First you need to understand what is the meaning of collinear. Collinear means, suppose if all the 3 points A, B and C, if they form a straight line, or we can say if they lie on a straight line, this first point A, B and C, if all the 3 points lie on a straight line, then those points are called, or those points are said to be collinear. Here the given points are, here we are taking as A, B and C. You do remember, children, it is not compulsory that first A should come, second B should come, third C should come. That is not the order. Here order is not at all important. First B may come, right? C may come in the middle. This point A may come at the end. But the thing is that they should form a straight line, right? Now how can we check whether they form straight line or not? If suppose if I plot a graph of these 3 points, if we join them, if we get a straight line, then we can say. But without plotting a graph, how can we check here? Simple. We need to find the distances among AB, BC and CA, right? So after finding the distances, on adding any 2 distances, if you get the third value, then we can say that those points are collinear. See, once I am repeating, after finding the distances, means first here I will find AB. AB 1 value will get. BC also we get 1 value. AC also we get 1 value. Out of these 3 values, whatever 2 values if you add, you can add first 2, then you should get the third value. If you add 1 and 3, you should get second value. If you add 2 and 3, you should get first value. If suppose such case comes, if any one of the 3 cases, if it comes like that, then we can say A, B and C are collinear. If we do not get any of the cases, we can say they are not collinear. Let us try now here. So first initially we need to find the distance between AB. First we will find AB, distance between A and B, right? So here for finding A and B, the formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is the common formula for finding all the distances. Here I am taking A as 1, 5, B as 2, 3, as I have taken earlier, same. Here you can represent this as x1, y1, this as x2 and then y2. Now let us substitute here. So here first x2 minus x1 whole square. So 2 minus 1 whole square. 2 minus 1 whole square plus y2 minus y1. 3 minus 5 whole square. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So it is 1 square plus 3 minus 5 is minus 2. So minus 2 whole square under root. So here 1 square is 1. Minus 2 whole square is 4. So it is under root 1 plus 4. This is under root 5. So we got here AB is equal to root 5 units. Now let us find here AB over. Now we can find BC. So here B 2, 3 and C minus 2, minus 1. I am going to apply the same formula because formula is same for all the distances. So here I am taking B as x1, y1, C as x2, y2. See, do understand, in earlier case I have taken B as x2, y2 because that is the second point here. Here B is the first point, so I am taking x1, y1. Now here as usual let us substitute these values in the formula. x2 minus x1 whole square minus 2 whole square minus 2 whole square plus minus 1 minus 3 whole square minus 1 minus 3 whole square. On simplification here we get minus 2 is minus 4. So minus 4 whole square plus minus 3 minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. So it is minus 4 whole square, right? Minus 4 whole square is nothing but plus 16. So it is 16 plus this also minus 4 whole square 16. 16 plus 16 is 2 times 16. I am writing 16 times 2. 16 is a 2 times. So here we can split the square root for the both. Root 16 is 4. Root 2, I am writing root 2 as it is. So it is 4 root 2 units. So here I got BC as 4 root 2 units. So here let us note down BC as 4 root 2 units. Earlier we got AB as root 5 units. Now we need to find the distance between A and C. See, earlier AB distance over, BC distance over. Now we should find AC or CA. However you write, no problem. So I am writing here CA. So first C minus 2, minus 1 and A 1, 5. So now I am finding here CA. That is, now here C becomes x1, y1, A becomes x2, y2. Same formula, x2 minus x1 whole square. This is 1 minus, here x1 itself has minus. This is formula minus. Here x1 itself has minus. Minus into minus becomes plus. So it is 1 plus 2 whole square plus y2 is 5. Minus of minus 1 is 5 plus 1 whole square. Right? Here 1 plus 2 is 3. This is 3 square plus 5 plus 1 is 6. So it is 6 square. 3 square is 9 plus 6 square is 36. When you add 9 and 36, you will get 45. 45 can be written as 9 into 5. So it can be split as root 9 into root 5. Root 9 is 3. Root 9 is 3. So root 5 as it is. We can write as it is. Actually for writing that purpose, I converted 45 as 9 into 5. So here this value is nothing but CA. CA is 3 root 5 units. 3 root 5 units. Now let us compare these three values to verify whether they form collinear or not. See, we have, these are the values just now we got. AB equal to root 5 units, BC equal to 4 root 2 units, CA equal to 3 root 5 units. So as I have told you, if you add any two of the values, you should get the third one. See here, let us check, can we add root 5 and 4 root 2? It is not possible. Why? Because here this is in terms of root 5, here this is in terms of root 2. So we should leave the value as it is. AB plus BC means, here you see, if I add AB plus BC, I will get here root 5 plus 4 root 2, right? This value cannot be equal to CA, means cannot be equal to 3 root 5. So which is CA? That means here what we get here, you see, AB plus BC is never CA. AB plus BC is not equal to CA. Right. Let us check other option. See, first we added these two, first two, where we are not getting third one. Now we add these two, BC plus CA. Let us check whether BC plus CA, on adding them, can we get at least AB or not? Let us check. BC is 4 root 2 plus CA is 3 root 5. See, these two are not like terms, so we cannot add them until and unless by substituting these values, root 2 value, root 5 value. So here this one 4 root 2 plus 3 root 5, however you add, this cannot be equal to root 5. This is not equal to root 5. That root 5 is nothing but AB. That means here what we get here, you see, BC plus CA not equal to AB. BC plus CA not equal to AB. Clear? So we checked these two with the first two with the third one and second two with the first one. Let us check first one and third one with the second one. Means let us add AB and CA. Now AB plus CA. AB is already root 5 plus CA is 3 root 5. Here there is a possibility to add. This is 1 root 5 plus 3 root 5, total 4 root 5. You can take root 5 common, 1 plus 3 is 4. In that way you can do. However you do, we are adding here 4 root 5. 4 root 5. Here you see, here I have taken AB and CA. Means that summation, the total should be BC. But what is BC? 4 root 2. This value, is it equal to 4 root 2? This value is not equal to 4 root 2. But 4 root 2 is already BC. That means here third case also, AB plus CA is not equal to BC. Not equal to BC. That means here you understand, children. If you add AB and BC, that is not giving the value of AC. If you add AC and BC, that is not giving value of AB. If you add BC and AB, that is not giving value of BC. That means here all the three chances we have tried. If it follows any one of the chances, then the given points will be collinear. So here clearly we can say, therefore the given points, these are the points, this one and this one, 1 comma 5, 2 comma 3 and minus 2 comma minus 1 are non-collinear. Means they cannot form a straight line. Now let us see next question, that is question number 4. Check whether 5 comma minus 2, 6 comma 4 and 7 comma minus 2 are the vertices of an isosceles triangle. Here 3 points are given. So let us consider them as A, B and C. So let us consider first point as A. 5 comma minus 2. Second point is B, 6 comma 4. And third point is C, 7 comma minus 2. Now here we have to check whether these 3 points A, B, C, they are the vertices of an isosceles triangle or not. So before going to that, we should know what is an isosceles triangle and what are the properties. Isosceles triangle means a triangle in which two sides are equal. For example, here if these three given points they form a triangle, then any two sides can be equal. That means AB is equal to BC. If not, AC is equal to BC. If not, AB is equal to AC. So out of these three chances, see here I am writing either AB is equal to AC. See, from A I started, AB equal to AC. From B, BA, nothing but AB, AB equal to BC. AB is equal to BC. With C, CA means again AC, AC is equal to CB means BC. So, out of these three conditions, if any condition happens, then this triangle can be an isosceles triangle. So, here with these 3 points, if you get any one of the conditions, then we can say the triangle is isosceles triangle. So, let us try. First, we find the distance between A and B. So, before finding the distance, let us write the formula. The distance between A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 is, it is denoted by, distance between AB is denoted by AB. AB is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is the required formula for solving this problem. This is the required formula. Right? Now we are going to find the distances. First I take here AB. First I consider A 5 comma minus 2, B 6 comma 4. So I am finding here AB. So here I take this as x1, y1, B as x2, y2, and let us write the formula under root. Already we have written the formula here, so let us substitute the values directly. Right? So here x2 minus x1. x2 is 6. 6 minus 5 whole square. 6 minus 5 whole square plus y2 is 4 minus this minus into y1 is already minus 2. This minus into minus becomes plus, so it is 4 plus 2 whole square. So let us simplify this. 6 minus 5 is 1, so it is 1 square plus 1 square over 4 plus 2 is 6, so it is 6 square. 1 square is 1 plus 6 square is 36. 1 plus 6 square, 1 plus 36 is 37. So this is under root 37 units. Root 37 units. Which one? AB. Now AB over. Let us find BC. BC. For that I am writing here B. B is 6 comma 4, that is x1 comma y1, and C, that is 7 comma minus 2. Right? Here again this as x1 y1, C as x2 y2. Now I am finding BC. BC is equal to same under root x2 minus x1 means 7 minus 6. 7 minus 6 whole square plus y2 is minus 2 minus y1 is 4. So minus 2 minus 4 whole square is equal to under root 7 minus 6 is 1. So it is 1 square plus minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6. So that is minus 6 whole square. 1 square is 1. Minus 6 square is plus 36. It is minus 6 into minus 6. Minus into minus becomes plus. So minus 6 square is plus 36. 1 plus 36. This is also root 37 units. See here, clearly we got AB is equal to BC, means AB equal to BC. The second condition gets satisfied, right? So we can write these 3 points, they form an isosceles triangle. Before concluding, let us check AC also. Actually we can stop this problem here, but for our guidance or for our further information, more information, let us here find AC also. It will be kind of practice for us. So here A 5 comma minus 2 and C 7 comma minus 2, right? Here let us take A as x1 y1, B as x2 y2. So AC is equal to under root, same x2 minus x1 whole square, 7 minus 5 whole square, 7 minus 5 whole square plus y2 is minus 2, minus 2 minus of minus 2 plus 2. This is minus 2 minus, this is already minus 2, minus into minus becomes plus. So minus 2 plus 2 whole square. So this is equal to under root 7 minus 5 is 2. So it is 2 square plus minus 2 plus 2 get cancelled, that is 0. So it is 0 square, right? Now here we get 2 square plus 0 square. 0 square is nothing, so we can leave it. 0 square is 0, so we can leave it. Under root 2 square is only 2. This is 2 units. This is 2 units, right? So here now let us compare all the 3 values. AB equal to root 37. Here you can have, let us write all the values. AB equal to root 37 units. AB is equal to root 37 units. BC equal to root 37 units. BC is equal to root 37 units. AC is equal to 2 units. AC is equal to 2 units. Here you see, when you find AC, suppose you figure AC is also root 37 units, then all the 3 sides will be equal, it will form an equilateral triangle. But here only 2 sides are equal, right? So, or implies we have AB is equal to BC. That is the reason triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. So here for this question we have checked, we got here ABC is an isosceles triangle. For this problem, 4th one gets over. Now let us see next question, that is question number 5. In a classroom, 4 friends are seated at the points A, B, C and D as shown in the figure. Jarina and Funny, there are 2 students named Jarina and Funny, walk into the class and after observing for a few minutes, Jarina asks Funny, don't you think ABCD is a square? Jarina asked Funny that whether he think here ABCD is it a square or not. Funny disagrees, means Funny did not accept. Here 2 cases, Jarina says that ABCD is a square, whereas Funny is saying that that is not a square. Using distance formula, find which of them is correct, means whether Jarina statement correct or Funny statement correct. Why? We need to give reason also. See here, these are the given points ABCD. Let us here find the values of these points. For finding them, first we need to consider the x coordinate of point A. See here, it is touching, means it intersects at B. So here the point A is 3, the corresponding y value is 4. So here the corresponding y value for A is 4. So A is 3 comma 4. Here I am writing A is 3 comma 4. Right? Whose x coordinate is 3, y coordinate is 4. Now let us go to B. Here B coincides with 6. B coincides with 6. So B's x coordinate is 6 and y coordinate here you see it is coincide with 7. So B's y coordinate is 7. B's y coordinate is 7. So B is 6 comma 7. Always remember children, first we need to write the x value, x coordinate, then y coordinate. Now here let us write C. C here, C coincides with x, so x-axis coincides with 9. So it is 9 comma. Here you see this A and C lie on the same straight line. So y coordinate of C coincides with 4. So here C 9 comma 4. Now let us go to D, fourth point D. So here x coordinate of D is 6 and we need y coordinate. Y coordinate of D is coincides with 1. So here D 6 comma 1. Right? Now I would like to write all these values in a proper order. So first let us write here from the graph let us note down the values. First A is 3 comma 4. A value is 3 comma 4. Then we write B. Here B value is 6 comma 7. B is 6 comma 7. Then C, the value of C is 9 comma 4. C is 9 comma 4. And then D, value of D. D is 6 comma 1. 6 comma 1. See, first we need to pick up these values from the graph. Now here we have these 4 values. Now the question is that whether these 4 points form a square or not. Let us see the properties of a square. See, properties of a square. Let us see the properties of square. First one is square has all, means 4 equal sides. See, all the 4 sides of a square are equal. So here first one is AB should be equal to BC, BC is equal to CD and CD equal to DA. It indicates it has all the 4 equal sides. Right? And the second thing is that diagonals of a square are equal. Diagonals in the sense opposite, joining lines of opposite points. Means here you see AC is a diagonal and BD is another diagonal. So here AC should be equal to BD. Diagonals are to be equal. And the third thing is that the midpoints of diagonals are equal. We can say that the diagonals of a square bisect each other in the sense AC and BD both bisect or both intersect or both meet at their midpoint. Both AC and BD, both of them they meet at their midpoint. Means we can say midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. So here I am writing midpoint of AC should be equal to midpoint of BD. Other than this, angle at each vertex means angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D, each angle is to be 90 degrees. But here in this chapter coordinate geometry that is not possible to prove the angles. So here these conditions are sufficient to prove ABCD is a square. Now let us find out these values one by one. First let us find AB. Right? Here it is given the using distance formula. Right? So let us have the distance formula first. Distance formula is nothing but under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Right? Let us find first AB. AB is equal to under root. See here, A is, we are taking only AB, only AB. See, x2 is 6, 6 minus 3 whole square, 6 minus 3 whole square plus 7 minus 4 whole square, 7 minus 4 whole square. 6 minus 3 is 3, 3 square plus 7 minus 4 is 3, so that is also 3 square. Here 3 square is there 2 times, so I am writing 2 times 3 square, and let us split the square root also. So here square and root get cancelled, 3 comes first, 3 root 2, so AB is 3 root 2 units. Right? Here A to B distance, if we here let us minus 9 whole square, 6 minus 9 whole square plus 1 minus 4 whole square, 1 minus 4 whole square, it is 6 minus 9 is minus 3, minus 3 whole square can be written as plus 3 whole square, so I am writing 3 square plus 1 minus 4 is minus 3, minus 3 whole square nothing but plus 3 square, so this is also 3 square under root. This is again 2 times 3 square, let us split the root. So here square and root get cancelled, this is 3, so 3 root 2 units. So here we found CD, CD is also 3 root 2 units, CD is 3 root 2 units. Right? Now we are going to find now DA, DA, distance between D and A. So DA is equal to under root, see D and A, 6 minus 3 whole square, 6 minus 3 whole square plus 1 minus 4 whole square, 1 minus 4 whole square. This is 6 minus 3 is 3, so it is 3 square plus 1 minus 4 is minus 3, minus 3 whole square can be written as 3 square. So 3 square plus 3 square again 2 times 3 square. Let us split the square root. Square and root get cancelled here. So this 3 comes first. It is 3 root 2 units. 3 root 2 units. So DA also we got 3 root 2 units. Here you observe AB 3 root 2, BC 3 root 2, CD 3 root 2, DA 3 root 2. So here first condition gets satisfied. So here we can write here that AB, BC, CD, DA all the 4 are equal. So we have AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. Each value is equal to 3 root 2 units. Let us take this condition as first one. So first condition means first property gets satisfied. Now here let us check the second one. Second one is distance between AC and the distance between BD. So let us find the distance between A and C. So here I am doing distance between A and C. So here AC is equal to under root C, A and C. 9 minus 3 whole square, 9 minus 3 whole square plus 4 minus 4 whole square, 4 minus 4 whole square. So here let us simplify this. 9 minus 3 is 6. So 6 square plus 4 minus 4 is 0. So 0 square. 6 square plus 0 square. 0 square is 0. If we add that one to 6 square, you will get 6 square only. 6 square plus 0 is 6 square. So here 6 square, square root, square and root get cancelled. So this is 6 units. This is which value? AC. A to C, this distance is 6 units. Here I am writing 6. AC is 6. Now we have to find BD. So let us find here BD. BD is equal to under root B to D. B and D, these two values. 6 minus 6 whole square plus 1 minus 7 whole square. 1 minus 7 whole square. Here 6 minus 6 is 0. It is 0 square plus 1 minus 7 is minus 6. Minus 6 whole square can also be written as 6 square. So here I am writing 6 square. Again as usual, 0 square is 0. 0 plus 6 square is 6 square. Under root, this square and root get cancelled. So it is, here we get BD is also 6 units. B to D, this value also 6 units. Earlier we found AC 6 units. Now we got BD also 6 units. So from these two we can say AC is equal to BD because both the values are equal. So here we can conclude that we have AC is equal to BD. Let us take this as second property. So here you see, first property, second property, both are proved. Now let us go for the third property. Right? The property is at midpoint of AC and midpoint of BD. Now here let us find the midpoint of AC and then midpoint of BD. Here A and C, here B and D, they are ready. Now here there is a formula, children. For finding midpoint there is a formula. Okay, actually it is based on section formula. Section formula is going to come in the next exercise. So before that I would like to give you a small formula. Actually this formula comes based on the section formula. Once if you understand that formula, then it will be easy for you. But the thing is that in examination, by the time of examination you might have covered this exercise, next exercise also. So that concept also is to be used here at the time of examination. But here without wasting our time, so here I would like to tell you the direct formula. There I will tell you, I will explain you clearly how the formula comes. Now here let us see midpoint of AC directly. Suppose here the midpoint of line joining AX1 comma Y1 and BX2 comma Y2 is, there is a formula for midpoint, that is X1 plus X2 by 2, X1 plus X2 by 2 comma Y1 plus Y2 by 2, Y1 plus Y2 by 2. See here, you just observe, it is midpoint. Point should have one x coordinate, one y coordinate. X coordinate is nothing but x1 plus x2. You add x coordinates and then you do divide that value with 2. So x1 plus x2 by 2, you will get the x coordinate of the midpoint. Same way you add y1 and y2, divide that value with 2, so that is y1 plus y2 by 2. So you will get y value, means y coordinate of that particular midpoint. So here we are finding midpoint of AC and BD. So here let us take A and C. Here I am writing midpoint of AC. Midpoint of AC is equal to, see, x1 is 3 plus x2 is 9. Just be observed. Here I am taking A and C. A and C. In A x1 is 3. In C x2 is 9. Clear? Or simply you can remember in this x coordinate, in this x coordinate. So here 3 plus 9 by 2 comma in this y coordinate 4 plus in this y coordinate 4. So 4 plus 4 by 2. Right? So here it is 3 plus 9 is 12. 12 by 2 is 6. 12 by 2 is 6. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 by 2 is 4. So the midpoint of AC is 6 comma 4. Here I am writing this midpoint is 6 comma 4. Midpoint of AC I got 6 comma 4. Now we are going to find midpoint of BD. Now we are finding midpoint of BD. So midpoint of BD. Now here I am going to take x coordinate of B and x coordinate of D. 6 plus 6 by 2. 6 plus 6 by 2, comma 7 plus 1 by 2. 7 plus 1 by 2. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 by 2 is 6. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 by 2 is 4. Here you see midpoint of BD is 6 comma 4. Here midpoint of AC also 6.6 comma 4. Just now we got midpoint of AC, that is 6 comma 4. And here we got midpoint of BD is also 6 comma 4. That means here we got now midpoint of BD, right? Let us take this condition as the third one. This as the third one. So we can conclude that here we have first one AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to DA, that is satisfied. Second one AC equal to BD. Third one midpoint of AC equal to midpoint BD. So all the conditions satisfied. Therefore we can say that ABCD is a square. ABCD is a square. Now the thing is that who is correct now, Zarina or Funny? Zarina says that don't you think ABCD is a square? Means she already gets confirmed that ABCD is a square. Whereas Funny, he disagreed. That means here who is correct? Zarina is correct. What she says, ABCD is a square. We too got ABCD is a square. So here we can write that. Here it is asked which of them is correct. So since ABCD is a square, we can write that Zarina is correct. Or you can write Zarina gives the correct answer. So with this fifth problem gets completed. Now let us see next question, that is question number 6. Show that the following points form an equilateral triangle. The given points are capital A comma 0, capital B minus A comma 0, capital C 0 comma A root 3. So here what is the rule to form an equilateral triangle? Equilateral triangle is a triangle in which the measurements of all the three sides are equal. That means here suppose if you take ABC is an equilateral triangle, then the rule is that AB is equal to BC is equal to CA. So let us write here what we need to here to check or to prove is that AB, distance between A and B, is equal to BC is equal to CA. Other than this, in equilateral triangle, the angle at each vertex is 60 degrees. Angle A is 60, angle B 60, angle C 60. But here in coordinate geometry, it is enough if we prove AB equal to BC equal to CA. Angle measurement is not required. So here let us see, let us check whether this condition satisfies or not. Right? So here let us find the value first AB, that is the distance between points A and B. So let us write the distance formula. The distance between A x1 y1 comma B x2 y2 is, we have distance formula, that is AB is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Based on this formula we are going to solve this problem. Right? Now here let us consider A as A comma 0, B as minus A comma 0. So let us find the distance between A and B. So here I am writing AB is equal to under root. See here, if we take A and B, here A is x1 y1, B is x2 y2. So here we need to write minus a whole square. See, x2 is minus a, x1 is a. So minus a whole square. Minus a whole square plus, now y2 minus y1. 0 minus 0 whole square. 0 minus 0 whole square. Now let us simplify this. Here minus a is minus 2a. Minus a is minus 2a. When you do minus 2a whole square, it will become plus 2a whole square only. Because minus 2a whole square is nothing but plus 2a whole square. Minus 2 whole square is how much? Minus 2a into minus 2a. Minus into minus is plus, so that is 2a into 2a. Nothing but 2a whole square. And here 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 square is 0. So better let us not to write this. So it is under root 2a whole square. So here square and root get cancelled. So here we get AB is equal to 2a units. AB is equal to 2a units. Now we found AB. Let us find BC now. Right? Now here BC means distance between B and C. So let us here change these values. Now we are taking B and C. So here B I am taking as x1 y1. C I am taking as x2 y2. Right? Now here let us apply the same distance formula for B and C. See here x2 minus x1 whole square. Here in this case x2 is 0. 0 minus of minus means plus, because it is minus is there already. So here I am writing, see x2 means 0 minus x1. x1 itself has minus. So this minus becomes plus. So here x1 will come as a. 0 plus a whole square plus, now y2 minus y1. y2 is a root 3. A root 3 minus here y1. y1 is 0. So a root 3 minus 0 whole square. Now let us simplify this one. Here 0 plus a is a. So it is a square plus a root 3 minus 0 is nothing but a root 3. Now here we get a root 3 whole square. A root 3 whole square. Now here let us simplify this. See here, write a square as it is. Now here it is a into b whole square. It can be splitted. It is a square into root 3 whole square is 3. Root 3 whole square is 3 because square and root get cancelled. So here we get a square plus 3 into a square is 3a square. 3 into a square is 3a square. So finally here we get a square plus 3a square is nothing but 4a square under root. Let us split the square root. It becomes root 4 means 2 into root a square is a. So it is 2a units. Here you need to understand one more thing. Root 4 value is actually plus or minus 2. But as we are finding the distances, distance can never be negative. That's why here I omit minus 2a. So let us consider only plus 2a. Under root 4 is only plus 2a here in this case. Now let us find, here you see we found AB, BC. Now we need to find CA. So let us find the distance between C and A. So here C and A nothing but A and C. So here I am taking A as x1 y1 and C is same x2 y2. Now here let us apply the distance formula. x2 minus x1. In fact you can do x1 minus x2 also, nothing wrong. Why? Because here you are doing squaring. So under the square both the values will give the same answer. So here you see 0 minus a whole square is minus a whole square, nothing but plus a square. If not, a minus 0 whole square, that is also plus a square. So however you take, it's not at all a problem. So let us take as usual 0 minus a whole square, because x2 minus x1 whole square plus a root 3 minus 0 whole square, a root 3 minus 0 whole square. Let us simplify this. 0 minus a is nothing but minus a. Minus a whole square is plus a square. So plus a square plus a root 3 minus 0 is a root 3. So it is a root 3 whole square. A root 3 whole square under root. Now here let us write a square as it is. We split it. So it is a square into root 3 whole square is 3. So here if you observe, this is a square plus 3 into a square is 3a square. A square plus 3a square is 4a square. Is 4a square, right? When we split the square root, root 4 becomes again 2. Root a square is a. So again you got here AC also or CA, both are same. AC or CA both are same. That also we got here 2a units. Let us observe all the answers. AB is equal to 2a units. BC is equal to 2a units. CA is equal to 2a units. Here what we get? Therefore we have AB is equal to BC is equal to CA, each is equal to 2a units, right? Therefore ABC, these 3 points, they form an equilateral triangle. So let us write the conclusion here. Therefore the given points ABC, or we can write triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. See here in the question, it is asked to show that. So here we can write that hence proved. With this, the 6th problem gets completed.